Captain C.A. here with another Flats Glass YouTube fishing tip. Today's tip is going to be about, well, confidence. And one of my big time confidence baits this time of year, believe it or not, is topwater. It's early summer. We're talking late May through about the first half, 3/4 of June. And I've had a lot of my clients like Joe and like Gabe throwing an old school topwater plug of mine that has about been worn out, but boy, has it been producing. I'm gonna share it with you next. While I go get everything set up in my shop, I want you to watch a little bit of this action on this plug first. You're gonna enjoy it, come on, it's topwater. This episode of Flats Glass YouTube is brought to you by Aquatraction, your go-to solution for advanced marine flooring. All right, I'm gonna turn that off. Down we go. That is a nice one. He ate it. That's why we throw topwater right there, my friend. That is a full-grown one. That old faithful plug, boy, still catching them. I have to tail this one, I think. Off he goes. Some great action. I mean, and these guys are good fishermen. They're good topwater fishermen. I'll show you what they're using. They're using this. You know, you saw a little bit of it on the deal there, on the vid, but there's no paint on this at all. I mean, it's basically just the plastic plug now. This used to be a chartreuse over gold sheep hup from Miralore, but it's been destroyed over the last 6 months. I haven't taken it off one plug, and I can't believe no one has lost it yet. I've upgraded the hooks now to these are Mustad KVD triple grip hooks, which do a fantastic job. But this little plug, for some reason, this particular plug plays into my confidence that my guys are gonna catch fish. And the reason I know that is because they're catching so many fish on this plug. I mean, of every type, redfish, snook, trout, jecks. We even had a tarpon take a swipe at it today. So, I mean, everything is working on this plug. All right, I'm gonna send you back to the action, and then I wanna show you my topwater rod, well, setup for this entire deal. And once you see it, I think you'll wanna duplicate it, and it's gonna give you the same type of results it's given Joe and Gabe. Take a look. I'm gonna just slide up a little farther so he can't get you around the corner.
Nothing better than that head shaking.
Oh boy, that was a great hit too. As soon as I feel like he can't get you around the corner, I'm going to put the power pole down.
Oh, we're out of the way.
Okay, power pole's coming down. Man, that topwater is hot today. And that's a beat up topwater. It's just one of the ones I have a ton of confidence with.
There's two with him too.
I mean, catching redfish on topwater, I mean, that's an aggressive bite.
Side jump.
Yeah, I'll come right here. There he goes. Hell of a good job by you two. Joe, Gabe, you guys did a great job, and I appreciate you guys, letting me use you as guinea pigs for these YouTube videos at times. I'm very blessed as a professional guide to have such accomplished artificial enthusiasts fishing with me most of the time. Now, we talked a little bit about this beat up plug and how it has just built so much confidence in not only my fishing, but my customers' fishing. When they pick this rod up and they're like, dude, what is the deal with this? And then as soon as you tell them, I was like, this thing's caught like, I don't know, 100 fish. Then they want to throw it and they want to see what it does. Anyhow, the real trick to work in a topwater is to be able to jump slack. So you're wanting that walk the dog effect. And in early summer, the cadence needs to be click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. Wintertime, you're moving it much slower. And at times when you know there are snook around, you might move it even faster. But most of the time it's click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. And you're looking for zones on the incoming water that are filling up fast and where current is coming over structure. In my area here on the Nature Coast, basically from Crystal River to Chassahowitzka, it's usually the rocky points or some of the rocky bars that the water is pouring over the top of. If you throw this plug over the top of those and you start walking it, click, clack, click, clack, click, clack, you usually get a really positive result, which builds a lot of confidence in your ability to catch fish with this. But this time of year, when things are really going off, there's lots of bait, the grass isn't too bad on the surface, these plugs are not only good search baits, but they're great catch baits. And that's what I want to try to drive home to you. Now you'll notice that I've got a short sectional leader here. It's probably only about 15 inches long and it's 40 pounds. Sometimes I use 50, but 40-pound fluorocarbon or mono, whichever one you want to use. I tie it directly to, and I've got 15-pound braid on this particular rod with a modified Albright knot, which I don't know if you guys can see. It's a 15-pound Power Pro Super Slick. This is the Super Slick 8 V2. The rod I'm using is the Talavera Inshore, and let me not knock over the camera. But if you check this rod out, very affordable rod from Shimano. And this is a 7'6" medium heavy rod. If you want the specs, you should be able to see them right there. You'll be able to get everything you need. Now, this rod allows for super long casts, and standing up on the deck of the Marquesa, whether you're standing on a Yeti or standing on the casting stand, you're able to work this in a downward motion, sometimes an upward motion if you're trying to get around something. But working that walk the dog, I typically put it on a 4,000 size reel. This is one of my old CI 4s. The Vanford has replaced this now, but if you got a Stratic 4000 XG, it's going to work perfect for this. It takes up just the right amount of slack. What you want to do is you want to jump the slack at the tip of the rod where there's that popping. That's what gets the plug going back and forth. You don't want to reel a lot. You want to pop the rod a lot. So you want to jump that slack where you can watch just the tip of the rod. You don't really have to watch the plug at all, and you know you're operating it the correct way. Now, the big deal is not to get buck fever. Soon as you see a fish come up behind the plug or pop the plug, don't set the hook. Never set the hook on topwater, ever. Don't do it. All you do is skip the plug out of the zone. Walk the dog. Fish comes up, bam, blows up on it, bam, blows up on it, then gets it. When you feel the rod load up, you know, where you can feel the weight of the fish on the rod, reel down as tight as you can, and then you can establish a hearty lifting motion and reeling tight, and he'll be hooked. But it's very easy to lose fish on topwater. An old buddy of mine, Captain L. Keller, said, you know what the problem is with topwater? Is it's topwater. And people see the strike and they set the hook and skip it out of the way. Don't do that. Don't do that ever. Just let the fish hook himself. That's why I like to upgrade the hooks on a lot of plugs, especially topwater plugs, is to make sure you get that positive connection between you and the fish. That's it. All right, if you like what you're seeing here on Flats Class YouTube and you're learning stuff and you want to share it with your buddies, please do it. It's my job to make you guys better anglers. Give us the thumbs up, hit the notification bell if you're a subscriber, and that way it's your opportunity to get the latest, greatest information that we're putting out. And we're putting 2 and 3 of these videos out a week now. So please give us a hand, get the word out. We want to be your authority for inshore fishing. Until next time, Captain C.A. Richardson signing off. I'm going to make another YouTube tomorrow, hopefully on tarpon fishing.